Welcome. Today we're going to talk about career readiness, competencies for the workforce. My name is Shona Arnold, Coordinator of Career Development, Alumni, and Special Events here in the Graduate Office. Today we're going to go over, again, those 8 competencies for the workforce. I want to share with you where this information comes from, and it's called NACE, which is the National Association of Colleges and Employers. According to NACE, there are 8 career readiness competencies. Each of these competencies can also be demonstrated in a variety of ways. These competencies have been found to prepare students for successful workplace and lifelong career management. We're going to get into what those 8 competencies are. And when we're talking about these 8 competencies, I want you to think about yourself. Do you have each of these competencies? Do you feel strong in each of these competencies? Are there things that you need to work on? If so, this is a great opportunity to write down what you think you need to work on and maybe reach out to me and we can sit down and talk about some things you can do to make those a little bit more of a strength for you. I think it's really important. This is a time to self-reflect and really think about things that you need to do to strengthen some of your competencies to be more prepared for the workforce. Okay, so the first one is career development, communication, critical thinking, equity and inclusion, leadership, professionalism, teamwork, and the last one is technology. So we're going to look at each one of these. And again, like I said, think about yourself when we're talking about these. Where are you? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? So the first one is the career and self-development that we'll look at. When we're talking about career and self-development, it's really important for all of us, not just you all, but all of us, especially working in a professional industry or any environment, to continually, personally, and professionally learn. Be aware of our own strengths and weaknesses because we do have them, and really practice to try to make those better. Learning to network and build relationships. These are all some things that you're going to do under your career and self-development. We're going to look at now some behaviors that really can kind of showcase that for yourself. Show an awareness of your own strengths and areas for development. Identify areas for continual growth while pursuing and applying feedback. Develop plans and goals for your future career. And I know that's sometimes hard, but really stop and think, do some research, see what you need to do to be able to become what you're looking to do. Professionally advocate for yourself. Display curiosity and seek new opportunities. If there's things you really enjoy, don't be afraid to communicate that. Assume duties and positions that will help you progress professionally. Establish, maintain, or leverage relationships and network, specifically alumni, professors, staff, peers. These are the folks that you really want to really start connecting with. Those are the folks that can really help you grow in your profession and will continue to help you grow. Make sure to reach out, ask questions, don't be afraid. Eventually, we hopefully will be having a mentoring program. This will be a great opportunity for you to connect with alums to just kind of pick their brains. Seek development opportunities. Participate in future education, training, or other events that support your career. We'll be holding a lot of different workshops like the LinkedIn workshops, this workshop, and a lot of different forums, a different way that you can get involved. Absorb as much as you can. This is your chance to kind of learn as much as you can, just to get you a little more prepared. So our next one is communication. The way you communicate is very important in the workplace. You want to make sure you clearly and effectively exchange information, ideas, facts, and perspectives in and out of your workplace. Some behaviors. Understand the importance of verbal, written, and non-verbally body language abilities. Practice active listening, persuasion, and influencing skills. Your communication should be in a clear, organized manner so others can understand. Frame your communication with respect to diversity of learning styles, varied individual communication abilities, and cultural differences. And make sure to ask specific staff members, peers, supervisors, specialists, and anybody else you can think of for specific information that you may need to be better at communication. Don't forget to notify others if you ever need any kind of guidance, support, or anything like that with assigned tasks. I think sometimes we become a little hesitant to reach out because we're afraid that people think we can't do something. And sometimes that's okay. Saying, I don't get it, and just getting some help is better than trying to go about it and it's taking longer and it's not correct. The next is critical thinking. When thinking critically, you will want to identify and respond to needs based upon an understanding of situation context and logical analysis of relevant information. So some of the behaviors, you will want to make decisions and solve problems using sound, inclusive reasoning and judgment. Gather and analyze information from a diverse set of sources and individuals to fully understand the problem. You will want to be able to proactively anticipate needs and prioritize any action steps that might need to be taken. Make sure to accurately summarize and interpret data with awareness of personal biases that may impact your outcomes. And I think that's a hard thing to learn and get used to, is really trying to keep your own personal bias out of the conversation topic or data. Communicate your actions and rationale, recognizing the diverse perspectives and experiences of any other stakeholder. And I think this one's very important, especially in the industry that you all are going into. It can be very fast paced, really learning how to multitask, organizing yourself, getting yourself kind of a timeline, a schedule, or whatever you need to do to be able to multitask. Equity and inclusion. It's very important to demonstrate in the workplace awareness, attitude, knowledge, and skills that are required to be equitably engaged and include people from different local and global cultures. So some of the behaviors that you can show are soliciting and using feedback from multiple cultural perspectives to make inclusive and equity-minded decisions. Actively contribute to inclusive and equitable practices that influence individual and systematic change. Be someone who advocates for inclusion, equitable practice, justice, and empowerment for historically marginalized communities. Seek global cross-cultural interactions and experiences. Be open to diverse ideas and new ways of thinking. Sometimes I think that's hard for us because we always have our way of thinking and it's hard for us to get our minds to switch. But it's super important when working in an environment, is really to step out of that thinking and really start thinking and learning how others think. Identify resources and eliminate barriers resulting from individual and systematic racism, inequities, and biases. And demonstrate flexibility by adapting to diverse environments. Our next topic is leadership. Recognizing and capitalizing on personal and team strengths to achieve a professional or an organizational goal. Leadership to me is very important. It doesn't mean you have to be a supervisor or a manager. It's just that you can even be a leader within your own lab or classroom or wherever you might be. And to me, leadership means that you're there to inspire, empower, share a vision, make change. So I think there's a lot of different ways that you can be a leader, and that will help you grow. Some behaviors. As a leader, you want to inspire, persuade, motivate yourself and others. Seek out and leverage diverse resources and feedback. Go beyond the traditional methods and become an innovative thinker. Serve as a role model. Motivate and inspire others by encouraging, supportive, and building that mutual trust. Plan, initiate, manage, complete, and evaluate your projects and work. Another important one is professionalism. And I think when you start out in your careers, you're going to find that every single environment that you work in is a little bit different. So really finding the culture of where you're working, figuring out what the professionalism is there, and just making sure that you always demonstrate your good work ethics and professionalism to your colleagues in the workplace. Some behaviors. Act equitably with integrity and accountability to yourself, others, in the organization. Keep a positive personal brand in alignment with the organization and your own personal career values. Always come to work present and prepared. That means, again, we all have our bad days, but really leaving home and trying to be present and prepared. Demonstrate your dependability. Prioritize your work assignments, projects, and tasks. Consistently work to meet and exceed your goals and expectations. Attention to detail. Show dedication. And then the next is teamwork. You're going to find at some point in your career, you are going to work with people, whether it be a big team to get a common goal done, or it's just your colleagues that you might be working with. It's very important to build and maintain collaborative relationships in your workplace. Some people like to work independently, and some people like to work in teams. For those of you who are independent workers, sometimes teamwork can be a little bit harder, but you will have to get used to it, and you will have to learn some of those behaviors that will help you be effective in your career. Listen to others carefully, taking time to understand and make sure to ask appropriate questions to help with your understanding. Manage conflict, interact with and respect differences. Be accountable for individual and team responsibilities. Employ your personal strengths, knowledge, and talents to complement your colleagues. Collaborate with others for a common goal. Build strong, positive working relationships. And these are all great examples of teamwork behavior. So our last one for today is technology. As we know, technology changes day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute. It's our jobs to make sure that we are using technology ethically to enhance any efficiencies, complete tasks, and accomplish any of the goals that we'd like to get accomplished. Some great technology behaviors are being open to change and open to learning new technology. Use technology to improve efficiency and productivity. Identify the technology that's going to help you, and specifically with different tasks. Manage your technology to integrate and inform information, to support relevant, effective, and timely decision-making. Adapt to new technologies, which sometimes is hard because sometimes new things are coming out all the time, and that changing is sometimes difficult, but it's a good way to grow as well. Learn to manipulate information, construct ideas, and to help you achieve your goals. And that's all I have for you today. And again, think about the things we talked about. What are some things that you need to strengthen? And see, when we talk about technology, we talk about when things pop up on screens. So think about the things that you have to strengthen for yourself and get better for yourself. If you have any questions and you would like to reach out, please feel free to reach out to me. Here's my contact information where you can find me. You can book a meeting, whatever you'd like. And we can work on some things just to make you a little bit stronger. It's always a great idea to do.